Welcome to this tutorial on how to read and write TagCode. TagCode is a way to convert normal English into a series of glyphs or tags. Anyone who knows TagCode can read a tag and turn it back into normal English. TagCode is encoded, so only people who know it can read it. It's condensing. It generally condenses information into a smaller area than normal English. It's graphical. Each person has their own style of building a tag, and as long as it follows the rules, you can construct a tag however you like. It's logical. It's easy to read once you know how it works, but it's almost impossible if you don't. And it's human. There is not a digital version of TagCode. It's created only in the real world by human minds, and it's personal to you. So let's get started on learning how to read and write TagCode. A tag is a string of consonants and vowels read in an order based on their position. This is the key to decoding any tag. Here's an example tag, and let's decode this one together. To do that, we'll need to understand the read order, and the read order looks like this. In the four corners, 1, 2, 3, and 4, are vowel positions. Only vowels and some other modifying symbols will appear in these positions. In the center, spread out for simplicity, are the consonant positions. Vowel symbols in the corners must not touch the consonants, but they should be kept close by. The starting point for the read order is at number 1. Let's take a look at our example tag. If there was nothing in the top left corner, we would move straight onto the first consonant position, but in our example, we have the symbol for E, so we'll add that to the string. The next stop on the read order is for the first consonant. The symbols for consonants can be combined, and you may include up to 4 per tag. All consonant symbols are unique, and when combined correctly, cannot be confused for others or combinations of others. More detail on how to construct your own tags shortly, but for now, all you need to know is that you read a consonant combination by height order. The individual shape that reaches the highest in our example tag is this one, which is the symbol for V. This is the consonant symbol in our A position on the read order. There is always a consonant symbol in slot A, or if the encoded word contains no consonants, a special null character is used, in the same way a consonant symbol is used. Next, we'll move to the 2 position, in the top right corner, and look for a smaller shape not connected to the main consonant combination. In our example, we find the symbol for O, so we'll add it to the string. Again, if we found nothing, we would skip ahead and check the next spot on the read order. The B position is the second highest reaching consonant symbol. In this case, the symbol for L. If we found no further consonant symbols after the one in the A position, we would skip this slot and carry on to the next point on the read order. Next, we're looking for any evidence of a vowel in position 3. In our example tag, we find nothing, so we'll skip it and continue. Position C is the third highest consonant in the combination. In the example, we have one more joined shape, which once again is a symbol for V, so we'll add it to the string. In vowel position 4, we find another E symbol. We've now accounted for every part of our example tag, and the word has been revealed: evolve. However, there is one more consonant slot available in the read order. As there's nothing else to read, we can ignore it, but if our example tag had included this symbol, the consonant symbol for D, and it reached lower than all other consonant symbols, then we'd be able to add a D to the end of the string, making the decoded word evolved. So now you've successfully decoded your first tag. Let's take a look at all of the available consonant and vowel symbols. Here are all of the symbols used in TagCode to write your consonants, including the special null symbol, and here are the vowel symbols and some additional modifiers. You can view and download reference cards for these symbols on the main TagCode website. Let's take a look at some of these symbols. You might have noticed that some symbols represent more than one letter. This is the symbol for S or Z. It's usually pretty obvious which of these letters is intended when you see one of these symbols, but as a general rule, it's good practice to assume that S is more common than Z. In the vowel symbols group, we also have symbols for single Q, QU, a symbol to represent an apostrophe, and a symbol that represents a repeat of the last consonant you read. Although some of these characters are not vowels, all of these symbols appear in the vowel positions. I'll elaborate on the use of these other symbols shortly. Let's create our first tag. We'll come across some other features along the way. Let's write the word one, and we'll bring back the read order to help. At the start of the read order, we have the option for a vowel in the top left corner, so let's place our O first. Next we have the option of a consonant in the A position, so we can place our N in the middle of our tag. Consonants and consonant combinations should appear larger than vowels, and vowels should not touch consonants, but should be close by, so we know that they're associated with this tag and not with another. In position 2, we have the option of another vowel, which for this tag is all we need, so let's place our E symbol top right and make sure it's not touching anything else, but it is close by. And that is it. We've written one in TagCode. Let's try some more examples. To write the word to, we have no need of the first vowel slot, so we'll leave it empty. Our consonant symbol for T can be placed centrally. Again, we have no need of the second vowel slot, so we'll continue and we'll place our W. Remember, in order to know which consonant comes first, we must place our W symbol lower than our T symbol. In this case, let's tuck it either side and underneath the T. Moving to vowel position 3, we need to place an O symbol in the bottom left corner. Now let's try a more complicated word, the word three. We start exactly the same way by adding our first consonant, T, in the middle. The next letter is also a consonant, H, so we can move straight on to placing that in combination with our T. However, we'll have to be careful. We know that our H has to appear lower than the top of our T, so that we know the T comes first. But if we were to place it here, we might run into some problems. Now, while this combination could mean TH, it might also mean FV, or even TT. We solve this problem by crossing over consonant symbols where possible, so that they can only mean the letters that are intended. So let's pause our build of the word three and take a quick look at another example of this. What does this combination of consonants mean? It could mean RV, HW, VT, or even others. By crossing the symbols in this way, it can only mean WH. And if you're thinking, wait, it could also mean VVH, then remember, you'd expect to see a height difference to show that the two vertical lines are not representing W, but instead V and V. Let's jump back into writing the word three by placing our H symbol in a way that cannot be confused. Our next character, R, can now be placed with its highest point below our H and crossing over so that everything is nice and clear. We now have T, H, R. We now require a double E, and we only have one remaining vowel space to use. Luckily, we can combine up to 2 vowel symbols for every vowel position in the read order. Let's take a quick look at some of our options. For a double E, we simply double the E symbol, remembering to keep them close together and avoid contact with the consonants. An E followed by an A would appear like this. And just like with consonants, you read a vowel combination in height order, E followed by A. A followed by E would look like this. Here are some further combinations. Finally, you can even combine a vowel with an apostrophe or a repeat modifier. Again, the symbol that reaches highest is read first. Let's take our double E and place it in position 4 of our tag, which now reads 3. The actual design of your tags is completely up to you, and as long as you work within the rules explained in this tutorial, anyone will be able to read them. Let's take a quick look at the repeat modifier. The word fall, for example, includes a double L, which you could quite happily write like this: F-A-L-L. In this example, the 2 L's reach to the same height, but it doesn't matter as they may be read either way round. An alternative way to write this word would be to use the repeat modifier in the 3rd vowel position, like this: F-A-L, and then the repeat tells us to say the last consonant we read again, so L. If we wanted to place another vowel in combination with the repeat symbol, even appearing before it, the repeat would still mean L, as that is the last consonant we read. The repeat modifier is especially important for words with a double S, because two S's could look similar to the symbol for K. In the case of the word hiss, for example, we can write H-I-S, but if we add a second S, the tag could be read as hick. To get around this, either use the repeat modifier or design your tag to make it clear that the diagonal lines representing your S's are not intended to be read as K. Finally, the null symbol is used to skip over a consonant place. This is important for words that include a lot of characters using vowel positions in a tag. Let's take the word squad as an example. You might intend for this tag to be read as squad, but in fact it reads S-Q-U-D-A. By using the null symbol, we can make it correctly read S-Q-U, nothing for the null, A-D. If you're writing a long word and you run out of space in a single tag, you can simply span your word across multiple tags, but keep them close together so that we know that they're part of the same word. When you're ready to move on to your next word, simply leave a small space and start a new tag. The final tool for writing your own tag code is your punctuation. These 6 punctuation marks, along with your apostrophe appearing in your vowel positions, should give you almost everything you need. These additional punctuation marks should appear at full line height. Tag code can be written in any direction, but if writing vertically, you should rotate the punctuation lines so that they cross the direction of writing, like this. You now know everything you need to know to read and write your own tag code. But here's the good bit. Did you know you can now speak a sign language too? With TagSign, you can take what you already know about tag code and with a few very simple rules, speak with your hands to anyone else who knows the system. Head on over to TagSign conversion tutorial here to learn how. In the meantime, we'd like to thank you for learning the language of the revolution and encourage you to show us how you're using tag code in your life. Find us on Facebook at TagCode Community, on Instagram at TagCode, and at home on the TagCode website. Thanks for watching.